Alright, welcome to the second part of this webinar titled Everything You Need to Know About Immigration to Canada from Africa. So in the last session we did more like an introduction, and now we are going to enter into the meat of the matter. And without wasting time, I would like you to get your pen and paper ready for note taking, because I might pull this video out, I might pull it down anytime, because the value here is not something that is something one should have paid for, and I intend to maybe in the future use it for some financial purposes. So if you may need to take your time and watch this video, take some notes for your own benefit. Alright, so that said, let's get in. So why does Canada need immigrants so much? Alright, so despite the coronavirus, like we are seeing in the news, Canada needs immigrants. You can see in this news published in March of 2020. You can see right here. So they said despite the coronavirus, Canada needs immigrants. So why is Canada so much in need of immigrants? So why is immigration so important to Canada? How do immigrants help Canada? Alright, so according to this little Google search, you can do it and find out. It says that not only does it allow for more skilled and qualified workers to assist with employment needs of businesses and thereby support the economic growth of the country, that is Canada. Alright, so immigration in Canada also helps families unite and support refugees in establishing a new life. So for people who lack support, it's also an opportunity for them to establish a new life. So this is the core essence of Canada's immigration program, to attract skilled and qualified workers to assist in the employment needs of Canada. So this is the foundation. This is why Canada needs immigrants. Now, Canada's population is just like I said, is 37.5 million as at 2019. Okay, as at 2019, this is the population of Canada. All right. So the region with the highest population in Canada is Ontario, and it has 14.5 million people. All right. Whereas the land mass of Canada is almost like 3 times that of Nigeria, their population is not even 1/3 of Nigeria's population. Nigeria is 200 million. 200 million. Alright, as of last estimate. So, but Canada is 37 million. Alright, so I'm just comparing Nigeria with Canada. So you see that they have a huge land mass, and they have a whole space that only a few are occupying. They have oil, they have land, large area for agricultural purposes, and a whole lot of things are happening in Canada, but just few people. But then this is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem with Canada is not that their population is little, but that their population is aging. More than 40% of Canada's population is within the age bracket of 60 and above. 60 and above, 40%. So when you eliminate the children, okay, the population of children, which might be, let's say 20%, so you have just about 40% or something to support the entire population who are actively working. All right, so something like that. If you do the mathematics, you understand why Canada is in desperate need of immigrants. So there's a shortage of skilled and experienced labor force. This is one of the reasons driving immigration in Canada. And then there is low birth rate because of individual lifestyles. They are white people and they are not, attracted to too many children, giving birth to too many children, unlike here in Africa, where you could see families that are not able to fend for one person, but they have 9 to 10 kids and children. Sometimes you see them loitering in the street and the rest of them. White people don't want to give birth to more, highest 3, so 2 on the average give birth, and you see a lot of families with one child. Okay, and this is the problem in Canada. They have a low birth rate, and that means the future of their labor force, not just the current, is also in danger. And like I said, aging population. So these are the core reasons why Canada is in need of immigrants. And so because they believe that since most of immigrants are coming from countries that are underdeveloped or developing and are struggling with their economy, some of their skilled workers could find it interesting or appealing to come to their own country in Canada that is already developed. Alright, Canada's economy is robust and developed, and life in Canada is exciting and interesting. So it's a good place to be in. So it's something that is attracting a lot of people to have the good life of Canada while offering their services or skill for their employment needs. Alright, so this is a win-win situation for you. So if you have the skills that they need, they have a wide range of skills that they need, and you want that good life in Canada, this is an opportunity for you. So the pros and the cons of moving to Canada. So I did something. I dealt seriously on this in the short webinar that we had on the day this webinar is supposed to hold. That is on the 26th of July. So I went deep into this. So I'm just going to brush over it again and again. So pros and cons. The pros being the advantages of moving to Canada is that Canada has a strong employment market. There's a lot of jobs, there's sufficient jobs that are well paid for you. They have a quality healthcare system that is free for all citizens and permanent residents, and those workers who have that have work permit can access healthcare for free. Alright, there's a diverse multicultural country, because most of their population are now being made up of immigrants who came there and naturalized. They have diverse population. There are Philippines, there are Indians, there are Africans, there are people from other parts of the world, Middle East and the rest of them who live there, and they also have different religions and the rest of them. Okay, there is low crime rates. Like I asked the other time, you hardly hear about any terrorism activity happening in Canada. Alright, and they have a great social welfare program are very, very interesting. One of those is attracting, is one of them I've talked about in several of my emails. It's about their child care program that they give parents who have children who are between the ages of 0 to 10 years. Okay, they have different packages, welfare packages they just send to you. During the just past situation of coronavirus, Canada was paying everybody in Canada some amount of money, including students, including international students, were getting paid welfare. Alright, so they have a very robust welfare program that is attractive and an excellent educational system, which is why most of us here in Nigeria pay huge sums of money to go to Canada to study. Alright, so on the other hand, Canada is a country that is so much into the hand of the government. Government has strong control over affairs that are happening in Canada. The cost of living in Canada is high. Alright, compared to where you're coming from. If Africa, the cost of living in Canada is very high. For someone who is coming from the UK or the United States, may not consider it high, but from our own point of view, cost of living in Canada is high. Alright, the taxes there too are high, and there are stringent rules. You dare not not pay tax. You dare not pay tax in Canada. And then this one is to be interesting as also maybe an adventure. The weather in Canada is extremely cold. It is extremely cold in Canada. In fact, there are the two extremes. There are sometimes it's extremely hot and sometimes it's extremely cold. But most of the times it's extremely cold. There are parts of the country that are very cold. There are parts of the country that places like Winnipeg are very, very cold. All right, the what do I call it now? The temperature can get as low as minus 22 degrees centigrade. So you understand what that means. So these are the pros and cons of moving to Canada. But then there are 317,095 Africans, including Nigerians, living and working in Canada as at the last census of 2016. So these are people who have the same environmental experience with you, and if they can cope in Canada and are working and are living there happily and enjoying their life, why not you? So do not let any of this discourage you. Just find out how you can adjust your life to these phones. All right. Okay, so let's now talk about different Canada immigration programs. I'm being selective here. There are over 50 Canada immigration programs. I'm just going to talk about 5 in this presentation. So quickly, before I run out of time for this part, I'm going to talk about 1 or 2 of them before we run out of this time. Now, maybe the first one should be the most popular one, which is the Express Entry Program. So this is the primary Canada immigration program. I say it's the primary because that is the main Canada immigration program, and there are 3 categories for this. You have the Federal Skilled Worker Program, you have the Federal Skilled Trades Program, and then you have the Canadian Experience Class. Alright, so this one is for people, strictly for people who are graduates. People who are graduates, who have degrees. If you don't have degree, you will not be able to go through this. So, and even your degree may give you a disadvantage. This is a point-based system, okay? That is how they recruit people via this system. So you have to be a graduate, at least you have to be a graduate. So what is the process for applying through this? Maybe you may be interested, of course. I expect that a lot of us here will be interested. Maybe you can go through this part, all right? So the step-by-step on how to apply for this the express entry, I have itemized here. You have to send your documents for ECA, that is evaluation of credentials. All right. So you sit for your IELTS and score as high as possible. Receive the results of your IELTS and ECA. Okay, and then with your results from this, you can now create a profile, an online profile for the express entry at a defined, and there's a website for that. So you wait for an entry draw, express entry draw, according to your CRS score. So based on all the information you have provided on the platform while creating your profile, you will have a score that is yours, okay? And based on your IELTS score and the degrees you have, if you have a master's, you have a higher score. There's already scores allotted to it, more like JAM, but then it's not all just like JAM like that. So you receive invitation to apply, what they call ITA. So when you get invitation to apply, that means you were drawn, you were successful in the draw. You get to do your medical, arrange for your police report, arrange for proof of fund, which is very high and one of the reasons why a lot of people don't go through the express entry. And then you complete your online application, upload your documents, and when asked to submit your passport there for visa. So that is the process for step-by-step process for the express entry. In the next part, we're going to talk about other programs. I have 4 others left, so let's hold it here and then see you in the next part, that is part 3.